Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. This latest news is a continued important step to accelerate the adoption of Palantir software across many different industries. And I have 3 reasons why I'll go over on the significance here. But PwC is a major consulting firm that a lot of you probably know about that is expanding their alliance formally with Palantir and extending this to the Artificial Intelligence Platform, or AIP. Now, this isn't a new collaboration of any sort and shouldn't be a surprise. And I did do actually a video a while back around their work with the London Police Force, with PwC utilizing Palantir software to build out a solution to them, and it's to cater to their data security around their cyber crimes division. And the article does point out that Palantir is making strides as well, investing in rolling out AI with the UK specifically, making their headquarters out there. And Lewis mostly spoke there, we've heard him on interviews before. Now, the significance of this announcement isn't anything new, as I mentioned, besides formalizing that relationship, but is a strong signal that PwC finds Palantir software valuable enough to implement at their clients across many different industries, and of course shouting it from the rooftops. So they point out the typical business talking points here, that this will be the best way for them to provide value to their clients with this kind of technology that's emerging. And the value of these consultants for Palantir is that they have their own industry expertise already built up at their own organizations and have already implemented not only Palantir, but other kinds of software products at these clients that they have. So these are the 3 big reasons, though, that I point out, with the third having the biggest impact in my opinion. So first is the familiarity with some of these already established client relationships between PwC and the client. So this can speed up the adoption of Palantir because it's really a no-brainer here that trust is already there and they have a working relationship that's already established. And if this doesn't exist between Palantir and that specific client, then that's a huge plus because now it's a new relationship. Now, Palantir sending forward deployed engineers is great and all, but like anything, that still takes time to build up that trust and, of course, learn the competencies. And that transitions to the second one here perfectly. If PwC is already recommending and building on Palantir's products for some of these clients, this means that Palantir doesn't have to send their own forward deployed engineers who might have to learn about this client, where these PwC consultants already have that business context around that client to where they can see the best way to use Palantir to solve the issue instead of that Palantir forward deployed engineer figuring it out. And even if there is a margin difference here in how much money that Palantir gets in clients who use Palantir through these consultants versus when they use it directly with them, having more hands on deck will speed up adoption faster than Palantir doing it all by themselves. And third, if this can actually come to fruition, then I think this will spread Palantir much faster like wildfire. If the effectiveness of using Palantir to build solutions for these clients works well enough, other consulting firms will take notice and try to show off as well to their clients that they can do the same thing. A big one that comes to mind would be like an Accenture, who's all across the world, but artificial intelligence is the hot topic right now, and the kind of technologies and solutions that companies want implemented here and jumping on and trying to capture the market. But even though there's companies building things out like Palantir, there's also these consulting firms that are competing against each other, trying to build their reputations and soak up clients that are seeking out these kind of technologies and solutions implemented at their organization. And a lot of these consulting firms is a big way for these, especially larger organizations, to implement new technologies and integrate software because they don't want to take away from the core competencies that their business is there for and that their workers are really built out to do. So they don't necessarily want to hire out new software engineers that have to figure out or have the expertise already with Palantir. They kind of just want to bring in someone temporary, get it all integrated here. Now, it's up to the firms to effectively transition it to their clients, of course, and it can be a case-by-case basis. But they are successful in doing so. The goal should be for these clients to ultimately build their own competencies on using Palantir's products over time, and not just for PwC to build something and dump it onto them. I'm not trying to say that's what they do. So even though it's sparse on the details, PwC is confident enough to be in a PR with Palantir that they're expanding their relationship formally and hoping to see this accelerate adoption across these different industries faster than if Palantir were doing it by themselves. So let's hope it plays out in that manner and in Palantir's favor.